I had a question for you guys, and then I'll take questions from them, because we have about a half an hour until the top of the hour, which is kind of convenient because that's when I kind of want to stop. But I have one more match from the same pay-per-view we could watch, and it's not on the YouTube channel.
All right.
Okay.
Then we can just.
So the special guest that messaged me is more than welcome to pop into the waiting room, and that'll give it away to all my commentators. But we could show you the actual main event for that pay-per-view, and on top of that, now you see the unsanctioned match, which came after. The reason we wanted it to be unsanctioned, as we mentioned before, for those of you that joined late, we wanted to protect Bosco's aura after he had dropped the title and was fighting Defunct. So an unsanctioned match made sense, and it let us be super brutal. We did table spots. We fought to the back. We started the match in the back. It was great. We forced the game to do basically whatever we knew how to do at the time. And now we have even more hacks because we've modded the game and all that stuff. And it would be even crazier now. But for the time, I'm extremely happy with how that is. And now that I fixed the edits, I don't hate it. So 2 years later almost, I don't hate it. Year and a half, whatever it is.
Real quick for you guys, and going to talk about how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
The thing, and I know it's what pissed you off, and I know it's why you wanted to get it edited out for this director's cut. A couple of times the pause screens.
The pause screens were what killed me, because that was the biggest, because it's one thing to cut from one piece of footage to the other with nothing in between. It's like, oh, I missed that. But showing the technique off at that time, nobody knew how I did what I did. Arcolf didn't even know. And so I eventually ended up teaching him, but it was just, I was so angry because I feel like I had put the magic on display and it might have ruined it for a lot of people who are like, oh, I get how it's done now. And it really doesn't, because unless you're looking for it or trying to listen for it, and if I do my job, you still won't get it. But unless you're Grizzly Adams, like, you're not looking for that stuff. You're not checking to see where all that stuff is. So yeah, I just had to live with it.
So let's so I don't see anyone in the waiting room yet. Hey, if the secret guest is waiting, we're in the firing line.
Yeah, we're in firing line.
Production booth. If you want to show up to the firing line waiting room, we can bring you in.
Yep.
Also, I mean, and one thing we could do, Bosco, is let's do this match, and then if you want to put the match up by itself so people can see it without commentary,
we could totally do that.
You can just throw it up. We've talked about we are going to start having single matches appear, and that's kind of why we're asking people, hey, what would you like to see? We want them to be significant matches, so matches that actually were milestones in the story.
Yep.
Sometimes we'll do this where we'll do a director's commentary, but we also just want to be able to put up, matches that really we still talk about. I know somebody in the chat was saying the finale, literally, what's funny, the first match I ever watched on MNW was the finale of the Wish Upon a Brawl.
There you go.
And people still talk about that match. So I think if we can get a copy of that.
I don't know if that was recorded, but if it was, somebody has it.
I don't know. Like I said, it was literally the first night I was watching MNW. So
sadly, I don't.
But our guest is here.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal our guest yet. I want the match to do that. But now that you guys have a general idea of what match we're about to watch, OffKey, I don't think you have this uploaded.
Oh, I do. We have the entire.
Oh, do you?
Apocalypse 20, and that's the first video uploaded.
You have the
to this
whole
YouTube
Apocalypse
channel.
pay-per-view? All right, well then you're getting the director's cut regardless. I have the match queued up by itself.
Yeah, if you guys want to see it, I put it in the chat.
Yep. So
of YouTube.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll the match on my end so that they can watch it with us. But if you want to check out the whole pay-per-view, there you go. So I'm just gonna boot this up real quick.
Sure.
And there it is. All right.
Okay.
And I would now like to introduce our guest, Death Itself, Helixux. What's up, dude?
Hey guys, what's going on?
I wasn't going to do this, so this is for you. I just hope you know that. I was going to play the chimp match because I don't think he has that one. But we're going to watch this one because you happen to be here and I like you, I think. So this is the MNW heavyweight title match between Helixux and Arcolf. This is the end of the Inquisition arc. Arcolf had the title since that had ended, since the whole thing with the Inquisitors went down. People forget, at Multivania of this year, Bosco was actually one of the 3 guys that beat the Inquisitors. It was Bosco, Yakiniku Party, and Papusa Monkey. And Bosco tapped one of them out with an ankle lock. So it's like, man, shit was weird.
Probonaga's entrance, which was amazing.
Yes, we're not going to go down that road tonight, but yes, so stuff happened. But this match, this was big for you, Helix, because you had never won a singles title at this point, other than like the Lucha Underground, like the stuff before MNW.
I think in terms of single titles, I have won the original Hardcore Championship, and then the Warp Gate, and then I won the Curse title once before I got retired.
Got it. And this is a different entrance than you have now. I think you went straight up Undertaker at one point, and I don't remember when it was, but it was not this.
Right. And it was because I think I switched it. I think Kurt switched it over during for our match for Bosco's back in Bits of Glory.
Mm-hmm.
And
so here's what I love. You can tell I recorded this because this is on my old PC. The crowd is not filled out because I had to work within the limitations of my computer.
I just want to say that Arcolf's entrance is one of my favorites.
I love his music. I love the belt. It's a standard belt intro, but a lot of people use it because it's just so good.
Well, at the time, it fit his character. Just this, nitty gritty, tough, big wall of a guy.
Yep.
I'm gonna answer a question from the chat real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Dark Wolf's asking, what's Bosco up to in MNW?
He's
right
retired.
Now?
He that was his last match. That's why we wanted to watch this. He's gone. I haven't played him since then. I came out. I did a retirement thing just because I figured like I might as well let people know like, hey, it's official. Because people kept asking me, when's he coming back? When's he coming back? So I'm like, I'm gonna do a retirement promo. I didn't want to do it, but I thought it would just make people stop, and it kind of did. But every now and then people will be like, hey, are you like this guy? Are you the mystery opponent? No. You in the C101? Nope. You gonna run Flashbang? Nope. You gonna do commentary? No.
I absolutely love the tease you did with Zako, though.
Yeah, thanks.
You mean that tease that won like half the awards during the ceremony edition? Yeah.
Yeah, it's well deserving.
Yeah, I will fight Kurt forever on that being great. Like, it's like, well, but there was no payoff. I'm like, but there was no payoff with Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart. And it was still amazing. I'd be mad, too, if somebody who was retired for a year and Zako Duo won 4 fucking awards on my show. I
Long
get
as
it.
Terry Funk exists, no one will believe you retired.
That's
fair.
true. Hey, man, Terry Funk's like 80-something, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't wrestled since 2017. I think we're safe.
This is bringing back memories. Because it's obviously overshadowed by the match we just watched.
Yeah.
But this match was a huge deal.
It was. And I don't have the commentary on this one because this is the raw footage, but...
Right. But it was still, like you said, Arcolf
Actually, wait.
had been...
I have an idea.
All right.
This is going to be dumb, but I'm going to do it.
All right.
Keep talking. Sorry.
All right. No, Arcolf, with the Inquisition arc, it had been revealed that Arcolf had actually summoned the Inquisition. It was all his fault. And so all the suffering everyone had gone through was Arcolf's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, he, after beating Burnout Vaughn for the belt in a particularly brutal fashion, had been holding on to it with an iron fist. And so that this big pay-per-view was happening that had, Helixux, who had been rising the ranks. He had just, basically gotten away from the Four Horsemen in a impressive series, and ultimately, had gotten to this point where he had been feuding with Arcolf. And who was I'm trying to remember. Was it Louis? No.
It was Louis.
It was Louis.
We actually had a triple threat match in a previous pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That ended up,
So this
Arcolf retained.
This had been a feud that had just months of build-up. So coming into here, this was another one where everyone was like, "Oh, please let Helix win." And that fear of, but Arcolf has been devastating top talent for months now.
And Helix had a shot. The last RNG match that Bosco was in was against Helix. Because they had fought before that whole thing went down with the cash in.
And interestingly, both these wrestlers are now on Flashbang.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, yeah, true. They are both on Flashbang.
Because it was like right after this, I think Arcolf debuted. And of course, with Rabbit on there, that was, I think it was even played up with that it was, he went down because Rabbit was now the commentary and GM on Flashbang.
Yeah, it'll be fun somewhere down the line to see what Arcolf will do, because I know the crew has been kind of taking a bit of a break, a hiatus due to what's happening with Rabbit and whatnot.
Yep. Which makes sense.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of them in the future.
All right, I'm going to try to see if this works. Guys, bear with me. I'm going to mute the... Here we go.
All right.
Let's see. Hang on. You guys can still hear stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If this works, you're going to get commentary.
After that, Arcolf.
All right, there we go.
Once more. Jesus Christ.
Here we go. All right. Hopefully you have
The
commentary.
story of Helixux.
And hopefully you can still hear the guests.
Scarred. Back
Well,
when we were in the Lucha
let me take a
Underground
listen.
Arena.
Yeah.
Scarred by Lucius Constantine. He went on to form
I think-
the Faces of Fear with Lucius
So,
Constantine.
do you want to know what I
And
did?
Assassin 1, 2, 3, and that's a torture rack.
What did you do?
Oh!
I went to the
Into a pin.
to the footage on the
One.
YouTube channel and I just synced the videos, and they actually are in
Formed
sync
that
now.
faction with Exar Kun, Panda Assassin, Lucius
That,
Constantine.
sure.
Because
In
I'm
the end,
crazy and I've done this
The
before, and I
previous
want them to have the
relationship with
commentary
Lucius
because
Constantine
Kurt's
was too
saying
much
good
to bear
stuff.
and a dead
And you have your
lip
stupid X-Men
suplex
power.
to the Allfather.
It's true, though.
A little
It is
As long
true.
as it's related to 2K19. However, adjacent.
Yep.
What a hoss fight it is! He
So,
went on to
did you
form
know
the
you
new
were going to
Four
be pulling
Horsemen
Arcolf onto
next.
Flashbang? during this
And then he
match?
left by beating
Did I
every
what?
single one of them.
Was that already worked out that
one
Arcolf
after
was going to
another,
be
and
moving to
since
Flashbang?
then, the
No,
Four
that
Horsemen
was
have
just
been
part of when Flashbang
finding
started up. That
their
was just
time.
something
Oh my
that
God,
happened.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7,
He was like, I don't
Allfather.
really know what to do with him now, and I'm like, I got
Helixux
something for him.
was on a
Because
mission.
Rabbit was
He wanted to
there,
be
and I
the
was like, I
champ.
could still do the crew.
He
I'll take
wants to
NG.
be the number one.
Because the crew was like a really
The
throwback
old
thing that
Academy
hadn't been around for a long
Bosco.
time, and I thought that some of
He
the
almost
people
had it.
that had been
He was
around
the
since the
chosen
beginning would
keeper. He almost
appreciate
had
it. But then I realized most of my
Arcolf and
Flashbang audience
But
wasn't
this
around
is
for the
his
inception of
one-on-one
MNW, so they
shot.
probably wouldn't.
His last
But
shot.
they know the
Puts his
new
entire
iteration of the
mask on
crew,
the
so it
line.
still
The thing
works.
that
But anybody who
signifies
used to watch
his
MNW
journey,
back
his
in the
pain.
day, they get the reference, and it's more for them.
But Arcolf wants it. What a
Fair
reward
enough.
that would be for Arcolf.
People are saying my
Arcolf
X-Men
is
power
held.
has to, or
Oh,
my
that
X-Men in has to
spear!
be synced.
A spear! One!
I mean,
That's pretty
Oh my
good.
God.
And then I have
Fair.
to
Pretty
activate my
solid.
1, 2, 3 sync.
God damn it.
That's questionable with the sub. They
uh,
These men have been throwing each other around the goddamn ring. Chucking each other here and there. Great Christ almighty, this is what big man wrestling's all about. Oh! Oh my God, that might be
So
it.
how nervous were you
One,
watching this match, Helix? Because you
Two.
didn't know.
Got it, two.
I remember
Oh,
you
I was-
freaking out at the end.
Shaking his head.
I was white knuckling the entire
What's that?
time.
Hold on.
Because you were
Got him in.
so
Oh my God,
tired
he's
of
got him
not
in.
winning
He's
the
got him in
big one, because it had
the
happened
Kamachlacha.
before.
They put him in the Kamachlacha.
Yeah, between
Will Helixux tap to the camel clutch?
I've forgotten
No.
how many exactly big contenderships that I've gotten. I know there was one before this with Arcolf and Louie. I know there was one with you, and I
Oh
think
my
there
God,
was
here we
at
go. We
least
know
a
what this
few
is. This
more
is the all
that I
time
can't
beat
recall off
down.
the top of my head at the
It's
moment.
time for a drive-by.
But the reason I was
my
always
God.
pushing to have Helix go solo between long time ago when I was still a Faces of Fear, I went out on my own, and then
Two.
eventually
They got it, two.
going back to another
Hands
group,
on with
the New Four Horsemen.
Gifting a sub to Chaos
And
Wolf
I was
too. Thank
like,
you so much.
Okay, I'm kind of.
Helix.
It's not that I say that I
Hold the drag there.
hate
Helixux got
factions,
gas
but
in the
it makes it hard to do singles runs
Yeah.
all in them unless you're literally the leader.
It's true, and everybody wants to be the star of the show.
So I was like, all right, well, I had to literally work my way out and then try to work as a single star. So.
Trying to rip out the mask. Oh God, is
And
he
I was-
gonna tap? Is Helix gonna tap?
I was very happy that Kurt was
Powers out of
patient enough to put up with my shit.
it.
Yeah, Kurt's a good guy.
Ah,
For all the flack that I give him.
Oh,
And then first chance he got, he shipped you to me. So
one.
certainly I had no issues with it. I thought it was cool to see new horizons.
I mean, I feel like the reason I asked for you in particular, because he was dead set on Ginger Boy. The reason I wanted you is because you had already done it all on Warzone. Like, you were the world champ. You had done the run with the Face of Fear and the New Four Horsemen. You had fought almost everybody on that show at least once, if not twice. So I just felt like it was a good energy for you. And I was really looking forward to making you wait 6 months to get any kind of resolution out of a story. So it's been great.
And another
Yep.
deadlift. Jesus.
Pretty sure I don't have that move anymore.
Which move?
The Bullplex.
You do.
Really? I
Yep.
haven't seen it in a while.
That's fine.
Arcolf.
I might have changed it for a match on Flashbang and then not changed it back, but yeah, you should still have it. You also,
Come on,
I'm really proud
Come
because
on,
I did.
Bosco, you can't maintain 200 plus characters. God.
No, I can't. That's why I only have about 110. If we added another 90, yeah, I'd be in trouble.
Fair enough.
This one is from Travis. Okay, odd question, but is Max on a singles run then? Yes.
You can't even see where I'm holding.
Because you've never really even been in a faction. Oh, here we go. Cradle to the Grave. That famous finisher. By the way, did you see on Flashbang that your other Cradle to the Grave procced? Because I'm telling you, it's Kurt's game. I don't know what it is, but you work on my system, I swear. Because that was the biggest thing with you during the RNG era, is none of your stuff would proc. And I used that to my advantage because I didn't let a lot of your finishers go off.
I don't know what it is, but I think the way you have the general like scroll settings, whatever you have, I think it's slightly different than Kurt's, isn't it?
No.
Just the general,
Oh
like,
my God!
AI function that you have for RNG matches.
I think so. I think I just got lucky with my sliders, and then my game isn't as messed up.
So to answer a couple, Mightiest Yeti, we're working at getting Multivania up here in the near future.
It's a long, like, it was 4 to 5 hours per show.
Yeah.
Helixux is in trouble.
And as for matches to do commentary on, there's a lot of matches in there. We were talking about we want to put a lot of the Nexi winners up, or even our Nexi nominees as individual matches, and half of them came from Multivania. So Tag Team Turmoil, there were 2, right? There was one each day.
Yeah, there was one to start off Flashbang's version, Flashbang's pay-per-view, and then there was one that started off Warzone's.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So
And we actually had a question come in on Firing Line General asking about making requests on single matches we'd like to see uploaded somewhere. And I told them that for right now, I'd say Firing Line Submissions is probably the best place for that.
Yep, and we have to then find out if we still have that match. But if your match was recorded, or if your match was done while Firing Line was a thing, there's a record of it somewhere. Because Caliban and Storyteller have all of the Firing Line stuff since they started doing the show. And then if it's before that, you're going to have to see if I have it or if Kurt has it. Because it would basically be, if we recorded that match, then we have it. If not, it's lost to the ether.
And
Or unless
fair
OffKeyLime
warning,
has like
it
a
is
special stash
probably-
somewhere.
Yeah,
Right,
I've got
well, go ahead.
okay. I've got all of 2020 and the last half of 2019. So if it's
The
basically
last
full
half of, so you have
Apocalypse-
Multivania from 2019 on?
No, because Apocalypse was after Multivania.
Oh, got it.
So pretty much Apocalypse on.
So basically, this was the first pay-per-view that you fully took down.
Yeah. This
So
was
there you
one
go, guys. So
specifically
if
because
it's
of the
if you
edits.
go all the way back to this, we got it somewhere.
yeah, we
Beyond that,
started.
you'll just have to go by word of mouth between either old vets like me or Kurt.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, so we
Let me tell
started.
you what I've had in the faces of fear.
Back in my day.
I remember when I won the world. Oh my back!
Yeah, I have matches from February of last year for Flashbang. Some of them, the matches might not be complete, but I at least have part of everything.
Bosco lost at Multivania? No, when did he lose the belt? It was before Multivania, wasn't it? Because Multivania, he was in that match, the trios match.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so that match is probably gone. I hate to say it. Because that was that match was not recorded.
Yeah, we don't have everything, but and you know we're working harder, and I mean the whole reason this YouTube channel exists is so that we are keeping a record going forward.
I hate to say it though, I remember exactly what happened for the end sequence of that match. I could recreate the ending sequence.
There's a couple things that probably could be recreated, but it would never be big. It would never quite have the magic of. Well, this is what actually happened.
And the commentary, like you can't.
We actually learned that there was a flashbang a while back that, for whatever reason, the VOD didn't record, and it was a significant enough flashbang that you actually redid the show the next day. And one of the jokes we did on Firing Line that week was I was referring to what actually happened in the matches on Friday, and Tim, as Pete was like, wait, that's not what this video is showing, Jerry. What the what?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
What? There's no VOD? I'll do it again.
And then we that actually created the storyline that still probably is going to have a payoff here in the future.
I hear the Allfather screaming from here.
Never say never.
Never say never.
I mean, like I said, Probate, it would be easy to replicate that if we really wanted to get like, hey, this was the moment. And here comes the the cradle to the grave again.
Is this it? Cradle to
How many finishers did we do here? I don't even remember.
We did a lot. Well, you had submission. I am more likely to use a submission move and have it broken out of than I am to have somebody kick out of a pin. I typically save the massive, like, hey, I kicked out of your finisher 3 times for big matches.
Don't look behind you. You might not like what you see, and that is
Death's Door. I think you had 4 of these.
door connecting.
Yeah, it was something pretty absurd. The amount of finishers we had for this match.
Oh my God, a kick out.
Yeah, I might have overdone it, but fuck it.
I mean, this match was huge.
Yeah, this was Arcolf's comeuppance kind of.
Everyone was still pissed at Arcolf for
Yep.
bringing in the Inquisition.
Arcolf rolls out of the ring.
And like, it was kind of when Helixux became the #1 contender. It was like, yes, murder Arcolf.
He's kill him.
Just put him down.
Oh my God. Head. off
Well,
the
and to this
hardcore
day, there are
business.
certain wrestlers on Warzone that keep talking about wanting to get another match with Arcolf because they still want their comeuppance for him.
Earning that
Oh, yeah.
match if he wins it.
Yeah. The only one who got it was Helix.
Oh my God.
It's true.
And we just had somebody in Firing Line requests ask, just to clarify, it is probably best to assume anything after this pay-per-view we have. Anything before this,
Case
best
by
to assume
case.
now.
We haven't seen this
Oh,
one.
wait a
Yeah,
second.
it's
Do you
best-
know what this move is? Oh!
Yeah, rated
You
R.
remember that one?
The rated
Some of my
R.
old finishers.
Yeah, I did my homework on you.
Got it too. Oh my God. That was his
So we
own
got a
finish on the
question.
rated
Yeah.
R.
For Ed, is there any protected moves in MNW or Flashbang?
Yes, I have given explicit instructions to Zako and anybody who records matches on Flashbang. If you are using Zako's character, do not let people kick out of the Ansible effect or his fucking one-winged angel, or I will end you. The boss KO was heavily protected outside of the chimp and the defunct match. Like, I made sure people didn't kick out of it. When I was recording, like, obviously RNG notwithstanding. If Bosco were to ever come back for any fucking reason, it would be absolutely heavily protected. On Flashbang, I try to protect certain moves as best I can. RNG makes that really, really hard. I'd say one of the most... Oh, boy, let me think. It's one of the most protected moves on Flashbang. There's another rated R. Was that finisher number 7?
The Asnable effect, that was a drop toe hold?
That was a back elbow.
Back elbow, okay.
Yep.
So, quick side note: the reason I actually got rid of that move in the first place is back when purely everything was RNG based. That move got countered so many goddamn times that I got so frustrated that I was like, "Fuck it, I'm changing the move on it."
And it's a high move modifier, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, it is.
I think the one I was thinking of was the Zinch effect. That's the one that's a drop toe hold, I think.
Oh,
Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because it has such a long animation that it procs more often on getting reversed.
I protect Bone It Down more than anything on Flashbang.
I think the coil is fairly protected.
Coil's really protected because even when you get out of it, it normally gets put right back on you.
Yeah. Phil's saying
Oh, the
my-
chicken
my
wing.
move-
The chicken wing I protect because it's just fucking brutal.
Mhm. Phil's in there saying my move, the Wheel of Pain.
Yeah, the Wheel of Pain is also disgustingly protected. If somebody breaks out of the Wheel of Pain, I re-record the match.
Another one of these.
What I like is the only person you've really let do that was Prinny and Johan.
Unkley.
And
Oh no, Unkley, I faked it. Unkley, I faked
Unkley
it.
didn't break it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Unkley was a fake out, but I appreciated it.
and
So real
and I-
quick,
and I think Johan's fair. But
Yep.
anyway, go ahead, Helix. You're saying real quick.
the drive-by kick right there. Normally, I don't think you really see that camera angle too often. Did you have to do something different there, Bosco, to make that happen?
Nope, I got lucky.
Huh.
Oh my God, punch to the face.
Interesting.
And
Because
here we go,
normally when
rated
I see
R.
that-
Out of the reversal.
No. That's the rated R.
Is this the end?
The
I don't
rated
remember.
R. 1, 2.
Nope, not quite.
Kurt is losing his mind. This was a 25-minute match.
Mm-hmm.
I would have made it a lot shorter had I recorded it in current day. Because I did let you kick out of a lot of finishers. Arcolf kicked out of fucking everything.
And another military press. And a big splash. Sweet Christ Almighty.
So how many match resets did you do in the edits?
At least 3 or 4, because I had to change your moves around. So there are pause edits throughout this. Uh-oh.
That's
Uh-oh.
responsibility. That is
Nothing personnel,
power.
kid.
Yep.
Connecting.
Nothing
I'm
personal, but
really
I got a
excited about
title to
that.
win.
The power of death.
You're going to find out today, Arcolf.
A 4th rated R.
Love that the CPU was like, I guess I'll pin him now.
3, he's done it.
And there it is.
And there you go. There's your new heavyweight champion.
So mentioning the thing with Unkley Dunk got me thinking, if we ever want to do another one where we want to just study the amount of, oh my God, the crazy edits, probably that gauntlet match
Yeah.
at Breakdown 3, because you actually changed people's entrances to make sure that things synced up with the edits you were doing.
Sorry, I'm marveling at the belt being around his waist.
Supreme.
I want to say, like, shortly before this pay-per-view, actually, I actually edited his title win animation. I don't remember what it was originally, but I changed it to this because I thought it suited him best.
God damn, what a match. What a match.
I mean, that's a good point. A comment about the Cam Mouse. The Boning Hammer is super strong, but yeah, the Burning Hammer, when it gets pulled out, it is a match finish
It has to be a match ender.
in real life. Yeah.
I'm being told.
It's not on anybody in MNW, and I do that for a reason. If somebody's going to use it, it's going to be in a controlled situation where it can end a match.
Defunct has been given the opportunity.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This match is still set to happen
Hell of a match.
in the meantime.
Right?
And interestingly enough, there was a dark match between Nice Ice and Jungos to stall for time after this.
Yeah, there was, because I was like, I'm almost done. I'm uploading it. Come on.
Little peek behind the curtain, folks.
Yeah, I was fucking dying.
And so, folks, also heads up, I do believe we are going to attempt to split these two commentaries up and get them both onto separate videos up on the YouTube in the near future. So you guys will be able to watch this again with the commentary, and we'll also get the actual matches
Yeah.
for themselves.
Yeah. And maybe without the hour wait.
Yeah, without the hour wait.
Yeah.
And all the tech problems where all we had to do was close the program and other programs and reset everything.
And like I keep telling people, we're still getting used to how to do things on YouTube. It's a learning process.
It is.
We learned a lot today.
We sure did.
Heck yeah.
Like, just shut it down and turn it back on.
Yeah.
Never stop learning.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, I guess it's do we want to take any more? I know it's a little after
yeah, if anybody wants to ask a real quick question or two or something like that, yeah, but I also know it's late for people on the East Coast, so I want to kind of wrap it up so they can go to bed and relax because work in the morning. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. We'll probably do it again. You don't have the chimp match, do you?
I don't.
Okay, I
Or do you
do.
think
That would be a
before?
good one to put up.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. I don't think these won't have commentary because I didn't rip them, but they're the match.
Well, and
No, I think that'd
like
be
I
great.
said, we can give you guys some options. So if you just want to watch just a single match, if you want to watch the match with commentary,
Yep.
we'll get that straightened out and give you guys the options.
I'll do it like they do in the new 2K games where they do a showcase of a wrestler like Stone Cold, but they re-record the audio from all the classic matches. You're like, wait a second. Michael Cole never called an Austin match in 1990. What the?
Well, I know people have been asking. One of the things I saw come by during this was people would be interested in like video packages that go over the history of characters
Oh, I'd be down with that.
or belts. So we're working. A lot of it is just the time we have, and this is also where we're looking now to other people. If people want to put something together,
Yeah, we're happy to get it on the channel if you guys put a package together. Because if you guys are passionate about something, by all means, create it.
I'd say if somebody wants to, here's what I'd recommend. If somebody wants to work on putting together packages of past characters, work on those packages. Make sure you talk with the owner of the character to make sure you get the history right, and then work with somebody like Travis or Canada, and for to have the commentary part of that. Just make sure it sounds good, and we'll review it, and if it passes muster. I would say just keep it to our rules we're following right now, which is see if you can keep it to 15 minutes. But if you can make a convincing case for a longer video, we'll talk to you.
Yeah, I can't recommend Travis enough. Like, he helped me with that little Helix vignette that I actually showed on Fireline a couple months ago.
And he's been lately working with Uncle Dunk on his, even though Uncle's still doing the voicing of his own character, he's been helping Uncle with his new promos, and they've been coming out great.
Well, and I'd say in general, if you guys have an idea, if there's something that you want to do, you're a little limited on what you can provide, reach out to the community.
Like if you want to do a history of the belts, somebody could write that, somebody could edit the video together, and then somebody could narrate it. That's collaboration.
There are a lot of talented people in the community, so just start reaching out to people, and know that when you get that finished product, you have a place that it can go.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to provide.
There was one question that I saw. It was, are there any matches that were pre-recorded that you feel like were missed opportunities or things you would change? Do you have any regretful choices in any predetermined matches you recorded, missed opportunities? Yeah, mostly from the fallout of recorded stuff. Like the defunct chimp thing didn't work like I wanted it to for obvious reasons. I would have probably done the Probunaga Albatross Bosco match differently. I probably wouldn't have done that caching because of how all that went down. Because that didn't work for anybody. I'm not allowed to put people over with that character. It just never worked. If I wasn't destroying people, it wasn't working.
I mean, considering, a lot of these matches due to time constraints, I'm sure you kind of just had to go with, okay, we'll go with this because that's what's best at the time.
Well, and I'd also add on to that statement about, regretful choices, missed opportunities is that, unfortunately, it's the saying goes, hindsight is 20/20. And it's like, sure, when you get that hindsight to look at some of this stuff, you go, yeah, it didn't work out too well. And it's just, it happens.
I look back at that Arcolf Helix match, and I would have cut down on the number of finishers they did. I guess the CPU was in a groove, and I didn't have time to really cut stuff out. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. They're kicking out everything, so we're going to roll with it.
Do you set yourself like a threshold in terms of how many finishers you see in a match nowadays?
Now I do, because it's such a problem. With RNG, I kind of just let it happen because I figure, all right, 2 or 3 and they'll probably be done. But yeah, like it ruins your finishing move if people kick out of it all the time, and in a good match they're kicking out of it 6-7 times. So I try to do that. I'll, if for whatever reason the game is being feisty, I'll take resiliency off everybody and be like, you're kicking out enough as it is. You don't need resiliency. And then hopefully 1 or 2 finishers and they're done. The other thing that I like doing, and not everybody can do this, but if I really want to protect a finisher, I'll take it off of somebody for a match. So like with Zako, if I ever record a Zako match, he has the off switch, and he has the bicycle kick, which I'm going to call the reset button, because for the longest time I couldn't fucking remember what was what anyway. But he'll use those as his normal finishers, and he'll end matches with those. But in a super important match, he might pull out the Ansible effect, or he might pull out the one-winged angel. Like, he might hit that back elbow, and then, music hits, distraction, or he passes out. But I will take the move off of somebody, so in an RNG match, I don't get screwed. And that's where having a good signature comes into play, because if I swap your signature as your finisher, now you end the match with the signature. It can be used as a false finish. I do that with Satiris. The move that is actually Satiris' finisher is not always on him. The gore is not his finisher, but it ends matches. So now it looks like a finisher. So when he hits it, you buy that it could be the finish. But when they kick out of it, you're like, oh, man, I thought that was it. And then he hits this other move, and you're like, all right, that was it. It's like the V-trigger. The V-trigger gets kicked out of, he hits it 1,000,000 times, but it's a really good move, and it can end a match. But yeah, good questions, guys. I think we should probably wrap it up. It's 8:11. Let's go around the horn. Caliban, where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Dr_Caliban. That's Dr_Caliban. On Thursday nights, we have MNW Firing Line on that channel, where we recap Warzone and Flashbang. And I do other streams throughout the week, but that's the MNW relevant one.
How about you, Off-Key?
You can find me here. This is probably my primary outlet for MNW videos and whatnot. So
when are you gonna do commentary on your matches?
I mean, I could fill some time.
You could.
That'd be pretty easy.
Get VIP in here.
Oh, that'd be great. I should. You know what? I should do that. I'll talk to them.
You reach out to them.
I mean, we've got a chat going.
It's true. I mean, as long as I know Haza streams, so he won't mind. It's just if Will or Sam or any of them will come on.
We might be able to get Alba.
Alba would do it because he just.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Albatross. It was a good match. It was a really good match. I liked it.
I'm so exciting.
It was really good.
But yeah, you find me here. So remember to subscribe, ring the bell.
It's good work,
every
Burnout.
video we have. Do all that good stuff.
And what about you, Storyteller?
Well, if I decide to stream, you can find me over at twitch.tv/StorytellersApprentice. You can find out if I'm going to stream on said Twitch channel if you go check me out on Twitter at StorytellersAP2.
You can find me at EdwardBosco VA, Instagram, Twitter, twitch.tv/EdwardBoscos. 5 o'clock PST every Friday. Flashbang, check it out. Faction warfare is happening. You're not going to want to miss it. Qualifying matches. Be there or be square. And that's going to do it for us. So thank you, everybody who tuned in. We appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. Now I really miss my character. And I'm going to go be crying about it in the bathroom. So I will catch all of you all later. Thank you for tuning in. Don't miss Firing Line on Thursday for all the recap stuff. And then we're right back at it Friday and Saturday with Flashbang and Warzone. We will catch you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Multiverse! This is the one-man bar fight, Burnout Vaughn, and I'm here to tell you to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, because we want you here on the MNW YouTube channel. Okay, is that good? Did I get a take? Do I get paid now?